Hello, this is Janet Hayward from Cleveland, Ohio. And I am back. I was in Newark, New Jersey at a Tony Robbins conference, and it was very inspiring and has definitely given me the the nudge. So often things are not new. Ideas are not new as much as maybe somebody has put them in another way. And Tony definitely has a very powerful message and a very, very effective way of looking at things. And to continue my growth, I've got several of his tape sets so that I can listen to them daily. Because as you know, when we come home, oftentimes we can start letting that motivation start to fizzle, start to just fade. And it's important that we take active steps to keep the growth going and keep the motivation going. So one of the things in my reviewing of the material that I got from him, the book, along with listening to the tapes, I'm reviewing the book that we received. And so, hello, Evelyn. And so, one of the things that it said in that is that basically this idea of it's not what is happening, but the meaning we give what is happening. It's the meaning we give things in life that has the effect on us. It's not the thing itself. And then I'm also reading a book called The Millionaire Mindset, I believe it is, by T. something Ecker. And he said that the difference between the poor and the rich is basically a mindset, a financial blueprint. And to me, these were both ways of saying the same thing. Because it's the meaning that is given to situations that determines whether or not you are going to be successful, make a lot of money, if that's your definition of success, or even be happy or unhappy. It's the meaning we give it. It is the financial blueprint, or basically that's another name for the mental blueprint we give things. So I see that those two statements are very, very related, Because if we, the example I wrote, because I also wrote about this for people who like to read as opposed to people who like to listen. So let's say that you have been trying to grow your business and you want it to move to the next level, or let's say maybe even you're trying to get it off the ground and it's just not going. So you can give the meaning to that, oh my God, I'm a failure. Every time I try anything, I'm a failure. I have done exactly what they told me to. It has not worked. I am a failure. I'm going to turn my air conditioner down a little bit. Or you can give it the meaning of, I have not yet brought in any additional money, but I do see how people are responding to me more positively. I do see how I am reaching more and more people. But the fact is, I want to make more money. So what is it that I need to tweak in what I'm doing? Maybe I thought I was following the directions exactly, but there's something I'm missing. I'm going to get in touch with my mentors, and I'm going to have them look at what I'm doing and ask them, what do I need to do to tweak this? Because it hasn't brought me the success that I want. So in other words, one person gives it the meaning that they are a total failure, there is no use in trying, and they give up. That person will never be a success. The other person recognizes the fact that things don't always work out perfectly the first time, and we may have to tweak it, or we may have to try something else. And they're willing to go in there and tweak it or try something else. They're willing to go and ask other people for help. They're willing to do stuff to help move them forwards. In other words, they give the meaning of success to what happened, even though it did not get them the total results that they wanted. They see the positive in what has happened, and then they're willing to change it. So it's really important, as I have said with the law of attraction, this idea comes across again and again, and I don't care what thought system you go for. Tony Robbins says, he's not into affirmations at all. I happen to be. I think they can be valuable in changing our mind. But the fact is, no matter what school of thought you're involved in, it is essential that you think about what you're thinking about. Pay attention to your thoughts. Are your thoughts something that bring you up, or are your thoughts something that bring you down? Are you able to look at things going on in your life and saying, okay, it's not where I want it to be. What do I need to change? What do I need to shift? And it may be a small tweak. It does not have to necessarily be a huge overhaul, not overall, which are a pair of pants, an overhaul. It can just be a tweak. In fact, most often that is what needs to happen. It's just a tweak. For instance, one of the things that Tony told us, he talked about this plastic surgeon, and he also talked about, I think it would be something like a pendulum. If you've got a pendulum swinging and you want it to hit the edge and it's not quite doing it, you do not have to give it a big push. You just have to give it a tap, a little 2-millimeter tap, because the end of that rope is going to end up swinging way far out. He talked about a plastic surgeon who said he does not make huge changes to people's faces. It's a tiny 2 millimeters. So oftentimes the shift we need to make in our thoughts or our actions, it may be we need to shift what our actions are, but the shift we need to make in our thoughts is very tiny. It's very small. It is not huge, but we do need to pay attention to what we're thinking about. What is the blueprint that we have? Is it a financial blueprint of, I'm never going to be anything more than I am? Is it a financial blueprint? In fact, I was talking to one of the friends that I met at this conference, and she happens to be somebody who is making a lot of money, but would not do, she took her first class flight home. She said, I've never let myself ride in first class before because I didn't want to appear uppity. So here's a woman who has made the money, but now she is not secure about going ahead and enjoying it. So do we have ideas in our heads? Rich people are uppity. You're not going to want to be rich if rich people are uppity. Or money is the root of all evil. No, it's the love of money. We can have all the money we want, but we need to give our love out into the world, not just this love and lust for money. So look at the thoughts, the meaning you give behind money, the meaning you give behind success, the meaning you give to these things, and see, do you have a faulty thought system? What is your financial blueprint? If your financial blueprint is a barrier, then change it, reset it. That is possible. All you have to do is think differently, but you do need to find out what you're thinking about. The same thing with happiness. If we're not happy, we need to look at our thoughts about happiness, you know. Maybe we have faulty thought patterns about happiness, you know. You can't be happy in this world. There's so much horrible going on in this world. How can I be happy, you know? What are you happy about? Boy, I'd like whatever you're taking. You know, I get that one a lot because I tend to be a happy person, and people will say, oh, can I have some of what you're taking? I'm just taking a good attitude, quite frankly. That's all I'm taking. So, you know, think about what you're thinking about. What is the meaning behind your thoughts on money and happiness? If it's not getting you where you need to go, change your mind, change your thought system, and then, of course, follow it up with right action. So, I thank you all for listening today. If this was at all helpful, please show your love with some thumbs up, some hearts, some smiley faces. I would appreciate it. Leave me a comment. And if there's anything else you'd like to know, you know, just ask. I'd be happy to answer your questions, okay? Y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.